To keep the vertical bars darker, you want to create this half a moon shape when doing a high taper. So I'm going in and setting my second guideline, and I'm creating the same exact shape. Do not mind this weirdo in the back. And the reason why you want to maintain the shape is so that the entire blend from top to bottom remains the same, so that it's not like a funny shape in the blend. And here I'm taking out the bottom guideline, and I'm using this crazy color. This sand color of the Babyliss clipper is so gas. Like, I think I talk about that every time that I use them, but I really rock with them, bro. But I'm just notching out that in between the first guideline and the second. That's kind of like the way that I like to do my blends. It always varies, of course, because I like to play around with the way that I do my systems, as long as I get the end result the same. And you can see I pointed out how that vertical bar is still dark. So I'm going in with my one guard now, and I'm still maintaining the same shape. You see how I'm trying to angle away from that vertical bar. That half a moon shape is leaving the hairline darker over on that side. So it's gonna have a little bit of an enhancement look to it, so that when you finish up and you do apply the enhancements, it just looks a lot more natural. You don't have to cake up the enhancement. And I'm going in with my zero guard. And when I use my zero guard, I either start with halfway or fully open, and I just see what the hair gives me. See if the hair wants to blend a whole lot easier with it halfway. I sometimes, I've never cut his hair before, so I started with it all the way open. But if you've cut somebody's hair before, you kind of know like what you can get away with when using certain guards, because you don't want to take too much hair off. So I'm just notching around the lever. This is the end of the day. It's all barbers in the shop, no customers. So we're just chilling. The guy in the chair, he's actually a coworker. He works in a barbershop. So we just chilling, we vibing out, clowning. And here I'm just detailing. I'm trying to continue to just play around with the zero guard, that in between. I don't really care to use one guard too much. I just like to close it and take it a little bit below that third guideline, just so that I can come back and clean up with the zero, because there's not much of a difference between a one close and a zero all the way open. So I'm just detailing right now. I always detail, but sometimes I like to detail in between doing my system, because it saves me more time at the end. And I like to just have a good time. I like to have fun while I cut hair, so I always try different things. So now I'm going in with my two guard. The guy that cuts his hair is at the barbershop, so I asked him like what does he use on this side. He said he uses a two closed. So I'm just taking the two closed right before where the hair disconnects and turns into the ponytail. When cutting somebody that has an undercut style like this, you really have to flick out once you get to the top, because it's so easy. As you can see, like going up a centimeter, I can cut into his fro. So, flick out when you get to the top. Don't troll me about the battery dying, bro. Like, chill on me for real. So now I'm coming in with a 1.5 all the way open, and I'm just trying to blend into that 2 spot. And one thing about using the 1.5 on an undercut, when I'm blending into a guard that's just one higher, I don't mind if I take it all the way up. Now, all I'm trying to do is blend into the 2 spot. But if it happens to surpass that and I end up taking the highest guard on this blend as the 1.5, I don't mind it, because it's not a crazy difference. But you can see how I'm staying away from the vertical bar. and I'm trying to ensure that that spot stays a little bit darker so that it's easier when I go line it up, because I've never cut his hair before, and I would hate to cut so much hair off of one side that I would have to use a lot of enhancements to make that line up pop. And now I'm going in with my one guard all the way open, and I'm just detailing. I'm just notching out with my corner, trying to see, you know, what works, what the hair is letting me get away with. And I'm attacking that 1.5 guard spot. So I'm just trying to make sure that I can blend that 1 into the 1.5. And this is just detail. This is not, it doesn't have to be something that's a part of your system or nothing like that. It's just like detail at the end and just, you know, see what hairs is flicking off. That's it. Like I said last video, man, we're not trying too hard. We just coming in here to just simplify it. This is simplifying the game. And that's one thing with barbering that I don't think too many people try to do. Like, in the beginning of my barber career, I tried to make barbering so difficult. Like I would spend hours on one haircut, and it's like, bro, like if you just simplify it, do what works, do your systems, and move on to the next step. A lot of times that makes it so much easier, because you'll be doing all this detail work and your eyes is just not even like, it ain't even really locked in like that. Like you just creating lines in your mind. Like you just, like if you look at the mirror, look away, look at something else, then look back, you'll see like, bro, I'm just over here just creating stuff. So a lot of times you ain't even gotta do all that, man. Just do your little quick 1-2 detail and slide to the next side. And now we're doing the back taper. I'm taking a 1.5 to the part where the hair disconnects. He said that back here there was a little spot of his hair that got cut, so I'm trying to not cut that part. I'm guessing he wants to grow it back. He doesn't keep it in a ponytail all the time, just when he gets his haircut. And now I'm going with the clipper closed, setting in that first guideline, just because I know that there's a lot of beginner barbers who watch this, and I don't want you guys to set in the super harsh guidelines like I do, and you're not as experienced, so it's a whole lot harder for you to get it out. So I'm just showing you the more simple way and the easier way to do so. And I'm coming behind it with the Stylecraft sabers, just cleaning up that hair at the bottom of the first guideline, just cleaning any stubble that's there. He can't use a foil shaver in the back of his head, so I'm just using the liners to get that line, to get the bottom of the guideline more bald. Now I'm going with the lever all the way open, and here I'm just notching at that bottom line. You'll see this line disappear so well, and it's because I'm using it all the way closed and I'm flicking out. I'm not trying to set a new line, I'm flicking out tremendously. Flick to the line and flick a little bit past it. And now I'm going 1 notch open. And then I'm just gonna, from here, just like mess around with the lever and just see what, you know, like I said, see what the hair gives me. And this is halfway. Simplifying the haircut, not trying too hard, not doing too much. We just being, you know, real simple. And same here, we're going with the lever all the way closed. Notice I'm only using the corner. I'm only using that corner, and I'm knocking the line out. Flicking to the line and a little bit past it. Simplifying the haircut. And now I'm going with the lever 1 notch open. And then after that, I'll proceed to the lever halfway. And as you can see, the blend is already coming together. We really didn't even do much. It's just being consistent, precise, and not trying to do too much. We just, you know, simplifying the cut. I really feel like anybody can do these type of haircuts, or anybody can get lines out like this. We just aren't making it simple. Like, we're trying to do too much. Let's just slow down, complete the cut the way that it needs to be completed. Simplify. I know anybody that's basketball fans, I know y'all look at Kevin Durant's basketball game back when he was in OKC. He forced up shots. He did so much acrobatic movement. Like, he did way too much. It worked and it was dope, but he was real injury prone because of that. Now, if you go watch him when he was in Golden State, when he was in Brooklyn, and now with the Suns, he simplified the game. He don't try to do too much, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do with with this channel. I'm trying to show y'all how to simplify the game, and you'll see how much easier cutting hair is. And I just did the lever open, and I'm notching out that 0 guard spot with the 1 guard, just soften it up so when I come back with the 0, it's a little bit easier to blend. Now I'm using the 0 all the way open. And if you guys haven't subbed to the channel, please sub, like the video, share with a friend. I truly appreciate it. And I have a few other videos that are like really informational. I'm gonna put those in the link right here at the top of the screen. You guys can go, take a peek at those and see how you like them. And here I'm going with the 1.5 around the ear. Because I want that liner to be sharp, I'm gonna bring that line down some. Bring that hair down some, so it's not such a big disconnect from the front taper to the back of the taper. And here we're using the style crab sabers. Just going up, lining up the back of the ear. If y'all been watching and paying attention to my recent videos, this is my favorite part. My favorite part of the tapers is doing that neck lineup, bro. It's so fire. And just making sure that I get the ear out of the way when I do this lineup. You don't want no accidents happening, man. These sabers are sharp. Now I'm just doing the same thing on the other side. I've already brought the hair down, just lining it up. I didn't record this side of the taper because I'm just gonna explain the same thing over again. And this video, I'm just trying to get to the point, man. I'm trying to explain to y'all exactly the question I was asked, because I said in my recent videos, like, I want you guys to comment down below questions that you guys have so that I can answer them. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. I'm not trying to waste y'all time, and I ain't trying to waste mine. So I'm trying to get straight to it. If you guys have any questions, anything that you see me doing that you kind of want answers to, I can record another video and I can explain it for you. I'm not one of those guys that's trying to gatekeep. I'm not trying to sell y'all short. I'm giving y'all, exactly the questions that you ask. I'm gonna answer it. So here he has a cowlick in his lineup, and it was real difficult. I was a little bit confused because, like I said, I never cut his hair before. Juan usually cuts his hair, and I asked him like, "Yo, you mind if I push your left side back?" His left, my right. It's like, you mind if I push it back? And he's like, "Nah, just line it up the way that it is." I'm like, "All right, bet." And you can see here, right? You see how it's darker on the hairline because of the way that I created that half a moon shape. Most high tapers are done with just like, look at this guy, man. Jay is funny. Most high tapers are done with just like that straight line from the bottom of the vertical bar to the bottom of the line by the ear. That's how most tapers are done. High tapers. But the way that I like to do mine, so that vertical bar is a little bit darker and it looks enhanced before you add the enhancement, is I like to create that half a moon shape. And as you've seen when I apply the enhancements, it's just lightly going over top and it's applying a little bit of like that sauce. You feel me? That sauce. Like to add a little bit of sauce to it, and it just makes that lineup look a little bit more clean. And here, I think everybody should do this. After you apply enhancements, go over the enhancements with your liners. It's gonna just make it a whole lot more detailed and give it that razor sharp look. And I haven't even applied the razor yet. This came out fire. So I'm applying shave gel. So new barbers, beginner barbers, barber students, you can see that his hairline is already coming out a little bit red. I have no idea what he's doing, but you see how his hairline is already coming out a little bit red, like right underneath his hairline. Knowing that, I asked him like, "Yo, is your skin sensitive?" He's like, "Yeah." "Can I use a razor?" "You can, you just gotta use gel." You have to ask those questions. One thing I wish I would have did differently here is not bring that razor so low. I wish I would have just stuck to closer by his lineup, because if he has sensitive skin and I'm using that razor over his entire forehead, I could make those red marks all around. And that's not something that I wanna do. So next time, if I do cut his hair again, I'll make sure that I stay away. I try to stay as far away from his forehead and be closer to his lineup, if that makes sense. Always ask your clients if they could use a razor. Don't just go into the cut using the razor. Like, this is not a good idea. And we just cleaning up the eyebrows here. I really hope that y'all can give me more questions. This video was fun to create. If you guys are new to the channel, please sub. My other videos, man, you guys gotta go watch those. Like, I'm dropping gems, and each video I'm going more crazy. I'm leveling up each time. I'm learning, I'm getting more comfortable, and when I get in my bag, that's exactly what I do.